Is the DVLA giving your data to private parking firms? Is it profiting from it, and is it legal? Ever parked at a private car park, driven off and then got a fine in the post about a week later? You might be wondering, how did they even get your details? Well, here's the thing. The DVLA gave it to them. But is that legal? Is your data being sold? And can you stop it? Today on this channel, we break down how and why the DVLA shares your personal detail with a third-party car park operator and what it means for your rights. When you park in a privately run car park, like a retail park, a hospital, or motorway service station, you're entering into a contract, often signposted in the tiniest of small print on the signage. If you break their terms, like overstaying, not paying, or misentering your reg, the ANPR cameras or attendants log your plate. They then submit a request to the DVLA to get the registered keeper's name and address. And the DVLA usually hand it over. Is this a GDPR breach? Is it even legal? Well, the DVLA can legally share your data under Regulation 27(1)(e) of the Road Vehicles Registration and Licensing Regulations of 2002, as long as the car park company can show a reasonable cause and is a member of an accredited trade body like the BPA or the IPC. The DVLA can apply a minimal fee of £2.50 at the current date of this video, could go up, and sends your details. So they have to pay a fee, but they have to be part of the accredited trade body. It can't be just some private car park. They have to be part of the trade body. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I have some questions for you, and perhaps you'd like to answer them down in the comments and sort of spark off a little bit of a debate. So yeah, if you could comment on these, it'd be great. So did you know the DVLA could legally share your personal data with private car parking companies? Have you ever received a parking charge and wonder how they got your details? Do you think this kind of data sharing should require your consent? Does this feel a breach of trust or just a law being used as intended? If the DVLA profits from this data access, is it ethical or exploitation? Have you ever appealed a private car parking fine successfully? If you have, what happened? Let us know in the comments. Do you think this opens a door for more private firms to access your data? Should drivers be notified every time data is passed on to a third party? How they would do that, not sure, but would you support a petition or a legal challenge to stop this practice? Where do we draw the line between necessary enforcement and privacy invasion? So if you can answer some of these questions, that would be great. Back to the video. So let's address the elephant in the room. Are they selling your details for profit? Well, technically, they say no, it's not selling. It's a £2.50 charge that covers their administration costs. But critics argue when thousands of requests are made every day, it sure feels like monetizing the driver's data. Unfortunately, you can't opt out of this data sharing. If your vehicle is registered in the UK, the DVLA must hold your details and can legally share them under current laws. Even GDPR does not stop this because it's considered a legitimate interest by enforcing private parking terms. Is it legitimate? Well, and here's where it gets a little bit shady. There have been repeated claims that some private parking companies abuse the system, issuing tickets unfairly, using misleading signs, or sending threatening letters that mimic official fines. Watchdogs like Which and MPs have called this out and proposed reforms on the table, including new parking code of practice, although implementation has been delayed. So again, not advice, not legal advice, just what I find on the internet. Don't ignore, but don't pay it straight away either. Do your checks first. Was the signage clear? Take photographs. Was the fine issued fairly? Are they part of a proper trade body that, if they're not part of the trade body, they're not entitled to the data? And that's where it becomes, in the way I interpret it, a GDPR breach. You can appeal it internally, then escalate it to the Poplar or IAS, depending on which association they are with. And always document everything, photos, receipts, and timestamps. So yes, the DVLA are sharing your data, and you could argue they're selling the data, but they say it's an administration fee with third-party companies, but not quite in the illegal or shady way some may think. There are grey areas, don't get me wrong. Still, it's a system that is widely open to abuse, and you need to know your rights. If you've had one of these unfair tickets, drop your story in the comments. I'd like to know. Let's expose the worst of them. So if you haven't already subscribed, and a great many of my viewers haven't subscribed, thanks to all my subscribers as well, and please hit the little like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Wait, before you go, this Saturday's video is this one here. Put it up here or there, and it's gonna be a good one. And it's about, if you witness an accident or you pass an accident on the road, are you legally obliged to stop and help? If you could safely stop, that is. Are you legally obliged to stop? That's the next video, so have a look out for that, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.